Chance of showers as Tim Wakefield rattles off the first pitch of the game to Daniel Murphy, and we're underway. And it is our pleasure to have Dwight Evans alongside today.
Great to be here, Don, with you. Looking forward to this.
The interleague is an interesting thing, and so far it has not been kind to the Red Sox the first 2 days.
No, it hasn't. There's been 2 tough games, especially last night. That hurt. Looked like a fastball there.
And as you mentioned earlier, Wakefield not afraid to use the fastball or the curveball.
No, he's not, and he will throw that curveball at any time. Another fastball. He throws a changeup off this too.
Well, Wakefield coming in at 5-2, and Murphy, Pagan, and Beltran to bat here in the first. Wakefield, a rapid worker, does not waste any time.
He's not afraid to throw a fastball 3-2 either.
Angel Pagan waiting on deck.
That was a fastball.
Flared to center. Ellsbury coming in. It'll fall in front of him. And a leadoff single for Daniel Murphy to get the day started for the Mets.
Wake does come with a fastball here and gets in on him a little bit, but good piece of hitting. Good piece of hitting right there for Daniel Murphy.
So Murphy aboard to begin things here in the first inning, and brings up Angel Pagan. Pagan checking into the lineup for Ryan Church the other night. He's been in the series the rest of the way, hitting at .316 on the season.
This is where Wake does a good job holding the runners on. He slide steps to home, and he will throw a fastball in this situation also, but he will hold that runner on.
Great disadvantage throwing that knuckleball on the catchers, but he's been doing a very good job of that.
Well, he rushes towards that catcher, so he gets rid of it pretty quick. Well, he hasn't thrown a knuckleball for a strike yet, but he will.
George Kataris has done such an outstanding job of catching him.
He has a routine down in spring training where they bounce these like super balls at him and try to catch that knuckleball to focus on that. Throw over to first base.
Not easy to hit, not easy to catch.
Well, it's actually like next time you see a butterfly, try to catch it with your hand. That's about what it's like trying to hit it. Might be a pitch out here. He asked that little thumb right there that you saw Guitars give him was to throw to first base.
Trying to keep Murphy close. Most have been running on the first or second pitch on Tim Wakefield. So an the count to Pagan. What I want to ask you about your approach. We see so many different approaches against a knuckleballer. How did you approach a knuckleball pitcher?
What I try to do is move up in the box and get up as far. I was a good knuckleball hitter, and I'd move close to the plate and I'd try to hit the knuckleball that was up high. That knuckleball does not break as much. They 3-1 count there. It doesn't break as much when you make him get it up. If it comes in waist high, it usually is a ball. So just have to be very selective.
It's amazing how many guys go up there aggressive. It seems like teams first or second pitch would be hacking. As there is ball 4. Angel Pagan down to first base. And the first 2 have reached here for the Mets in the first inning.
Well, this is the guy you don't want at the plate right now. A great hitter.
Carlos Beltran, the DH today, has been bothered by a leg injury last couple of days, forcing him from defensive play, but the benefit of the DH in this series for the Mets, and Beltran has been serving in that capacity. On the ground right side, Pedroia is second for 1 on to first. Big double play, 2 down.
You know, that's what that knuckleball does right there. And you can't do too much with it. Ground ball to Pedroia. Greeny back to first to Uke, and routine double play. That's just what they needed. Looks like we have a little rain.
A little rain visiting us here. We were told there was a chance for showers, and here is a shower. Hopefully that's all it is. 2 down, Murphy at third base, and Gary Sheffield in on the right side with the rain falling. Wakefield missing for ball 1. And it's covering up as quickly as they can. Looks like it's one cloud above us right now. Inside the Sheffield, and it's 2-0.
You know, Wake does have a couple of different knuckleballs, and he will throw them at different speeds. He flutters one up there, and then he's got one that really drops off like a curveball, and he has one that can actually go into a right-hander.
This one sends Sheffield ducking back. It's 3-0.
I don't think he's going to waste any time with this guy here. He's just going to, if he misses, he's going to let him take his base.
Daniel Murphy at third base with 2 down. David Wright waiting on deck. As Sheffield takes the strike, 3-1. Sheffield in the series has been starting in left field all 3 games. Wakefield battles back, gets him to foul it off. Full count.
And Sheffield's not the kind of guy to sneak a fastball by or a curveball. You're going to throw him that good knuckleball, and if he swings at it and hits it, then you got to just tip your cap.
Hard to slide a fastball by Gary Sheffield.
I actually played against this guy.
Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Miss. Wakefield gets him, ends the top of the first. The Red Sox are coming up from Fenway. Fenway Park. Here's the Red Sox starting lineup.
Hi, my name is Ryan. Here are the starting lineups for the Boston Red Sox. Mr. Jacoby Ellsbury, Mr. Dustin Pedroia, Mr. David Ortiz, Mr. Kevin Youkilis, Mr. Jason Bay, Mr. J.D. Drew, Mr. Mike Bowl, Mr. Jorge Kataris, and Mr. Nick Green.
Nice job, Ryan, from Sudbury, Massachusetts. As Jacoby Ellsbury stands in on the left side and takes ball 1. Tim Redding on the mound today for the Mets.
Tim Redding, he's the guy who's going to try to paint. He's going to put the ball in the corners and pitch around that strike zone. Now let's see what he does. We have not seen too much of this guy.
His numbers at Fenway are not particularly good. 0-2 with a 12.71 earned run average in 2 career starts here. And he starts with the lightning and thunder above as Ellsbury to center. Jeremy Reed is there and makes the catch for the first out.
Well, he hit the ball good. You got a round bat with a round ball, and he hit it pretty good. And that's all you can do.
Ellsbury trying to take care of that hitting streak as he has in the first at bat last couple of days. Coming in with an 18-gamer. Lines out here for the first out of the inning. It brings up Dustin Pedroia. We got hail falling here at Fenway Park at the moment. It was ball one outside.
That's either hail or the biggest raindrops I've ever seen.
Unbelievable. Not sure we're capturing it as this one is fouled off to the right. And it's 1-1.
Believe it or not, Don, it's so hard to hit up there because you're seeing these raindrops come down. I don't know if we can see it on TV, but you can definitely see it here. It interferes. It breaks your concentration. Those are big drops. Nothing bothers this kid too much, though.
1-1 to Pedroia. Missing for ball 2, 2-1. Joe West, the crew chief, will be the guy making the decision here if they choose to throw the tarp on for a bit. And he's getting in that general direction. The 2-1. Ball 3.
He likes to nibble, this guy. Ready?
Worked against the Dodgers in his only outing so far this season, a 6-inning effort, giving up 2 runs and threw 93 pitches in that outing.
See what he does. 3-1. Nope.
Ball 4, and down to first goes Pedroia.
This is tough, especially on the pitchers. You know, if they shut this down and it keeps on raining, it's hard to warm back up. You know, I look at Wake, even though he's throwing an upper ball, it's still hard. He's what, 41, 42. It's still hard to get back going. Hopefully this goes away. It looks like it's going to go away.
Here goes Joe West. They're going to pull the tarp, as this is unbelievable. I don't think I've seen rain like this near Fenway in a very long time, as it is just coming down. And there was no way around this really at this point.
Wow. It is coming down heavy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The skies have opened.
It's like one cloud over Fenway Park right now.
It's bright in other places all around Boston from our vantage point, looking all the way around, but not here, not now. We are headed into a rain delay at Fenway. I'm going to step aside, take a break, come back here to Fenway Park after this. rain here at Fenway Park, but they get the tarp off the field and cleaned up around the bases. As you might imagine, there was a lot of standing water in the infield. Even though it didn't take them that long to get the tarp on, still a lot of water. So they went to work here and got it ready very quickly, and it looks like they're going to need to do some more here as the grounds crew coming out again. There's a fair amount of water out there in right field as well. And they're taking care of the drains as well and closing the doors. The garage door down the left field line is still open. Drying agent all over the infield now. And David Ortiz standing in with Dustin Pedroia at first base, 1 out here in the last half of the first inning. And a quick check on Pedroia. Just joining us today, Dwight Evans alongside for this final game of this 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Mets. Mets have taken the first 2 games of this series.
You wonder how this delay is going to hurt Redding. We will see.
Down and in.
There's the sun.
It's been a strange day weather-wise. It was pouring here, and it appeared to be sunny all the way around us, but a cloud over Fenway that dumped a lot of rain. And now the sun is out. There's Ortiz with a swing and a miss. Well, you've had the chance to watch David Ortiz over the years. Does anything stick out to you that looks different at all?
Absolutely. This guy's trying too hard. He's done so much for this organization, this city, and I feel for him right now. But you know what? He's just, that last swing, if we could look at that, or we'll see more, but he's just hit, his head is flying, his shoulders coming out. He just looks like he's trying to pull the ball too much. He has tremendous power the other way. You see what he's doing up there too. He's standing up there in the ready position too long. He's not staying busy. And when you do that, tension creeps in. So I just saw him standing there waiting on that pitch, just standing there. Even he's in that position too long for me. His head is up. The ball beats him. I think he's just trying to do too much, like I said before. He's trying to pull the ball.
Ortiz foul tips into the catcher's mitt and strikes out. First strikeout for Redding, and there's 2 down.
Again, his head went. His head is gone. Watch his head here as the ball passes the plate. There goes his head right there. Gone. And so goes the shoulder. It's got to stay there longer. It's got to stay there longer. It's through the ball and gone and up. Up, and when you come up, you lose power too. He's trying. He is trying so hard that it's just not happening for him right now. He's got to try less, and that's a hard thing to do.
Well, Tim Redding coming back after a 36-minute rain delay. And he strikes out David Ortiz, now deals with Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis at 388, 6 homers and 23 runs batted in. You're a hitting coach, of course, after your great career in Colorado and here in Boston. I know we're talking a little bit about it earlier. You are really strong about keeping that head level, and Manny Ramirez was a guy who does it exceptionally well.
Wade Boggs did it. A lot of guys do it. A lot of great hitters do it. This guy does it well. Uke, I love Uke. I mean, his head's quiet there through the ball. And pitchers, when they throw the ball, they've got to keep their head quiet too. A guy that flies his head open is all over the place when he's pitching. And you young kids out there, yeah, here we have a replay of Uke's head. And it's there. It's there long enough. It's there long enough.
1-2 the count to Youkilis, who takes ball 2.
He's patient too. He's looking for a certain pitch. He's got a good eye, and you gotta love Uke.
Youkilis batting now. Jason Bay waiting on deck. Red Sox have 2 outs. Pedroia at first base. Youkilis with a swing and a miss. Redding doesn't miss a beat. 36-minute rain delay. Strikes out back-to-back batters. We're scoreless. is David Wright, Jeremy Reed, and Ramon Castro to face Tim Wakefield, who also had to sit through the 36-minute rain delay and then an inning of baseball. So here he goes. The first one drops in there for strike one to David Wright. .353 batting average for Wright to start the day. To third, Lowell to his left, and there's one away. We'll head to Cooperstown to witness Jim Rice's historic induction into the Hall of Fame with a VIP road trip package provided by Red Sox Destinations. Packages include round-trip transportation, hotel accommodations, reserved seating at the induction, great gifts, and a private meet and greet with Jim Rice at Fenway Park. Call 617-226-6400 or visit redsox.com/Red Sox Destinations for more details. And Dwight, I know it meant a lot to you to see Jim Rice go into the Hall of Fame finally.
You know, I'm so happy for him. Jimmy seems so content with life now. He's rewarded for his efforts and hard work on the field. I played with Jimmy for 16 years, and I couldn't be happier. I will be there.
You're going to go?
Yes.
Jeremy Reed, the center fielder, batting for the Mets with one down. Sun splashed Fenway Park at the moment. As it's tapped foul, 1-2.
It is so tough to hit that ball. And these guys, I see all these guys, I see where they are in the box. They're back in the box. It makes that ball, you see it a little longer, so it's going to move even more. I kind of like where they're at.
Wakefield picks and throws, 2 down. Yeah, do you want to get up in the box to cut down the break, or you want to be back? Where would you prefer to be?
Well, you want to move up in the box and close to the plate. And again, you want to hit the ball. You want to hit the ball that's up. And anything that comes in waist high at that time is going to really be a ball. It'll drop below the knees. This guy's up here.
Ramon Castro moving up as he takes ball one. Castro at .239 with 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. First appearance of the series as the hero of the series, really, Omir Santos, catching the first 2 games, and the hero last night with the 2-run home run off Jonathan Papelbon, something you don't see often. Omir Santos just up over the red line and on top of the monster. A fly ball down the left field line. Jason Bay at the wall. And that ball is off the wall and gone. It is a home run. Indication by Joe West. Came down and scraped, and it's gone. It's out of here. Ramon Castro has got his 3rd home run. And the Mets are on top 1-0.
Well, here's a knuckleball. He got it up. And again, he's up in the box, so he's got to get that ball before it breaks, and he hits the knuckleball itself.
Hit the pole.
Yes, it did.
Not sure what it hit.
Hit the foul pole. Why isn't it called the fair pole?
Good question. Well, a home run for Castro. As he came down awkwardly, Bay was lined up out there, but hits the pole. And Castro his 3rd home run. Mets on top 1-0. Ramon Martinez, the shortstop now, who had a tough first series defensively, had a nice day last night. It's off to just a 2 for 20 start. Hopped up back at third. Lowell and Green give chase. It's back into the seats. So another Mets catcher being a nemesis for the Red Sox. This time it is Ramon Castro. Martinez flares one to right field. Pedroia out, Drew in, and JD makes the running catch. It ends the second. Mets break on top on the home run by Castro. 1-0 New York. all summer long. Mix up any drink you can think of, frozen or fountain, for just 79 cents, any size. That's the Chill Zone at Cumberland Farms. It's on to the bottom of the second inning back at Fenway Park. Mets have grabbed the lead on top 1-0. And it's Jason Bay leads it off for Boston and takes ball one. Bay, Drew, and Lowell to face Tim Redding here in the second inning. Interested to get your impressions of Jason Bay over the last year plus.
What a breath of fresh air for this organization. This guy, the only thing that I can see right now, only mistake to be made with this guy is if we don't sign him. I really like this guy. Good outfielder, good base runner, good hitter, power, drive-in runs.
And that will be one of the question marks as his numbers are rising on the field. So are monetary terms as time goes on here.
Well, yes, but you've got, this is a great place to play now. People want to come here. Ball for it. People want to come here, and does he want to play here? I mean, Mike Lowell could have got more money to go somewhere else, but he took less to stay here. Granted, it's a lot of money, but he could have had more somewhere else. And I wonder if that's going to happen with Jason Bay. I hope it does, because I really like this kid.
And you get the feeling he really likes it here as well. As Jason is at first base with the second walk given up by Tim Redding. Here's J.D. Drew.
Looking for this guy to get hot.
This one back, a third, foul ground. David Wright over the shoulder trying it, can't get it, and hits, stands pretty hard, got it on the hip there as he ran into where the boxes jet out and the wall. Last thing the Mets need right now is another injury.
Yeah, this is a good player right here. Good young player. Looks like he hits his hip right on. See, there's cement on top of that. People don't see that. There's cement where he hit, and probably right on the bone. That hurts. That hurts. Good effort. Glad he didn't catch it. Fine young ball player right there.
He's still kind of stretching it out. Winston down there at third base. Drew gets another chance. So after the 0-1, and pops it up foul. Curious to get your thoughts on Drew defensively in the spot you called home for so long.
I think he does a great job out there. I think his problem has been not been in a lineup for a full season, but I'd love to see him play a full season. This guy has a lot of talent, tremendous power.
What do you think the toughest part of playing right field here at Fenway Park is or was for you?
Well, it used to be the sun right around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, because the stands used to be a lot lower. But the nooks and crannies out there along the line, and that fence again is backed by cement, so it does hurt when you hit it and your arms up. It's right into your rib cage. So going back is tough. The wind can do so much. The ball we saw the first night, a ball hit to, in fact, Jason Bay hit it. The right fielder just drifted with the ball because the wind was blowing out, and that can happen. And instead of getting back there fast, he just drifted with the ball.
Line drive and a fair ball down the right field line as Jason Bay heads for third. Drew going to second base, and the throw hits him. Second and third, nobody out for Boston in the second.
Looks like a breaking ball here. He hits it down the line, stays on that ball real nice. Caroms out. Actually, a pretty good fielding job by the right fielder, but the throw is off. Outfielders today just don't have the accuracy they used to, and if you come to the ball game today, you will not see the fielders take infield for the last 10 years, and I don't know why they don't. Actually, a good play, pretty good throw, but offline.
Second and third, nobody out. And Mike Lowell bats for the first time today. Yeah, that is something that's gone by the wayside over the last, you're right, 8, 9, 10 years.
They haven't taken infield, and I don't know what the reason is. It's hard for an outfielder to work on his skills.
And you think from a defensive standpoint how much it gets people ready to go when it comes time to play. This is drilled to left for Lowell. Deep, far, and very gone. Two-run home run for Mike Lowell. Red Sox lead at 3-1.
You know, here's a changeup. This is just what the doctor ordered right here. Mike Lowe is so good staying on this ball. Here's a changeup. Head down. There it goes. He knew it.
Well, Tim Redding, who came back after the 36-minute rain delay and struck out Ortiz and Youkilis, not quite as sharp here in the second. Not even close. A walk, a double, a 3-run home run. And now George Kataris. Mike Lowell has been an amazing story this year. His 8th home run of the year now. And sort of wondered during spring training whether he'd be able to make the bell on opening day with as slowly as he was moving around after the major hip surgery during the offseason. But it has been really incredible and a testament to how hard he has worked.
It's going to take a while for him to be 100%. I guarantee he's still hurting a little bit, but he's getting by. He's a gamer. Goes out there and he contributes a lot to this ball club on the field and off the field. In the clubhouse, he is a tremendous asset for this ball club.
There's a strike 2-2 to Kataris. George hitting at 133.
This kid is a pretty good hitter. His average doesn't show it, but when you play once every 5 days, it's tough.
Pops it up foul. Yeah, his pop had 22 home runs last year as a member of the Paw Sox. Hess is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox, and the Red Sox on NESN during the 2009 Red Sox season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston. For every home run hit by the Red Sox, Hess committed to helping the cause. Kataris strikes out, and there's the third K for Tim Redding.
Again, George doesn't play that much, but here's a fastball. And actually, 92 miles an hour, that's his best fastball right there. Actually, George put a pretty good swing on it. I don't know what he's looking for, but 2 strikes, you got to open it up. You got to be aware of a changeup. You got to be aware of a breaking ball, and he throws his best fastball.
He gets the first out here of the second inning. Nick Green. Well, a very nice night last night, defensively, offensively, and back in there again today. Kind of rewarded for his game last night. Terry Francona putting him right back in again.
I love the way this guy goes about his at-bats and the way he takes batting practice. Practice makes perfect, I tell people, but perfect practice makes perfect is what really is. And this guy practices perfect.
Swing and a miss. Redding all of a sudden finding his bearings. Breaking ball striking out Nick Green. 4 Ks now for Redding.
Tough. Here's a big breaking, kind of like a slurve type breaking ball. Comes in the strike zone. Out of the strike zone. Nick did a good job putting his head on the ball, keeping his head there, but tough pitch to hit.
So 2 down, and it's back up top for Jacoby Ellsbury. Lined out center field, first time up.
This guy's got to be having some fun right now.
Well, he really is, and it has been a pleasure to watch. So much speed. He can change a game in a hurry.
This guy gets on first base, he changes the whole complex of the game.
And he is getting on base this year. Certainly one of the concerns.
Yeah, I think he can even be better, and he will get better as he goes along, Don. I love him in center field. I love him at the plate. He's just going to get better and better, in my opinion. If he doesn't, it'd be a shame, but this guy's going to get better and better. I'd like to see him be more patient at the plate, work the count a little bit more, see more pitches.
On the left field line, Darius Sheffield is not going to get there. That's a fair ball to the corner. Ellsbury to second base and takes the turn but throws the brakes on. A 2-out double for Jacoby Ellsbury, who extends the hitting streak to 19 games.
I don't know what this pitch is. It looks like a fastball. It beats him a little bit, but he stays on the ball. Watch his head here. Watch his head. Stays on the ball long enough to get a good piece of it. Good piece of hitting. He got beat with it a little bit, but when he hits the ball in play and it drops, I mean, it's fun to, you take your eye off the ball and you watch him run.
Look at the numbers along the way in this 19-gamer as he stands at second, 2 down for Dustin Pedroia. Walked his first time up. I'm going to ask you about Dustin Pedroia and his swing. As a former hitting coach, you take a look at this guy when he first arrived on the scene. Not a big guy with a huge swing. I imagine most hitting coaches would say, what are we doing here? We need to get this thing tightened up.
Exactly. You know, the year he won the Rookie of the Year, I was with Theo, and Theo says, what do you think about Dustin? I said, well, I think he might be the best second baseman in the American League. He says, I'm not talking about that. What about his swing? I said, well, I still think he swings up on the ball. He says, I disagree with you. Theo's very much a student of the game, and he says, look at his film. You'll see that he's level through the ball. And I looked at the film, and Theo was right. He's more level through the ball. And he takes a healthy cut, doesn't he?
He sure does.
I mean, if you don't like this kid, you just don't like your money. I mean, he is just a solid kid, solid defensively, knows how to play the game, plays it hard. MVP, well deserved.
He's ahead here, 2-0, walk in the first inning.
He's pretty disciplined at the plate, too.
It's amazing the adjustment that he has made this year. It seems most are pitching him away, and he's been going in that direction.
Well, when you're an MVP and you can hurt people like he has done, they're going to pitch him different. They're going to change speeds, and they're not going to throw it over the middle of the plate because he's a little guy, and they think that just throw it over the middle, let him hit it. Well, they did that. They didn't like the results.
Yeah. Big Poppy waiting on deck. There's a strike, 3-1. A lot of pitches for Redding now through 17 in the first.
Let's see if he comes back with a fastball here, 3-1. And where he throws it. Try to miss away. He did.
Ball 4, walk Pedroia for the second time today. Third walk given up by Redding in his outing. Castro headed out to talk it over. As the Red Sox have runners at first and second and 2 down. Introducing the new $5 Red Sox instant game from the Mass State Lottery. You can win Red Sox seasons tickets for life and up to $1 million instantly. Get yours today. For details, visit masslottery.com. Red Sox with a 3-run bottom of the second have a 3-1 lead. With Ellsbury at second, Pedroia at first. There's Big Poppy. Got a piece of Castro on the backswing, I think.
This guy's trying so hard. I feel for him. I really do. Just bad hits the catcher. Again, pretty good with his head. Now he hits the catcher right in the face mask. Just shakes him up a little bit.
In tight, but it's 1-1. Ortiz striking out swinging in the first inning.
This guy, all he needs is just to have a couple, 2 or 3 hits in a couple of games, just to get his confidence going and relax a bit at the plate. He'd be just fine.
It's a fly ball to left field. Gary Sheffield underneath it. Puts it away to end the inning. A 3-run home run in the inning for Mike Lowell. Boston on top 3-1. Purchase at all Olympia Sports locations on May 30th and the 31st. Olympia Sports, get it for less. Hopefully those clouds stay over there and not here. Already had one rain delay today. As we move along to the third inning, Luis Castillo gets it started for the Mets. Red Sox on top 3-1.
You just can't believe what that knuckleball looks like, especially that last one. The bottom just fell on that thing. I don't think Wake, he has pretty much control of it, but sometimes it just moves so much. There's his fastball. But he'll throw a changeup off that too, and he'll also throw a curveball at that count.
To center field and in for a base hit. Leadoff single for Luis Castillo. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Don Jacoby Ellsbury extended his hitting streak to 19 games with a double last inning, and Terry Francona said when things are going right like that, it's fun to come to the park.
I think what makes streaks special, if they get to that point, is doing it in the course of playing the game right. I mean, if you've got a hitting streak going and you feel the need to swing at a 3-0 pitch when you're down 8, I think it loses some of its allure. You know, again, it's like Jacoby stealing 50 bases or whatever last year. You didn't see Jacoby steal third too many times when we're up 4 and it didn't, you know what I'm saying? Try to play the game in the context of how it's supposed to be played. And then when some things happen that are good, it makes them better.
I asked Ellsbury if he thinks about the streak at all. He said he doesn't, but he did agree with Francona that it can make it more exciting to get to the park and get the game started so he can get a hit. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Been a lot of fun to watch along the way so far. And again, today is double now. Means that it's 19 straight games. Dwight, do you remember the longest hitting streak you had?
No. I can't think that far back. I think I had a 17, 18, and I don't know when it was, probably in the 70s. Someone will look it up, and it was probably 14, I don't know, but I think it was 17 or 18. That's got to be exciting for Ellsbury. And, you know, I'm looking at him, and I'm so proud of him. I worked with the Red Sox in player development, and to see him in the minor leagues a couple of years ago and to see where he's come is exciting for me and for the whole organization.
You hear that often from instructors and coaches that some prefer to coach and instruct at the minor league level rather than the major league level. You find that to be true?
I enjoy it with the role that I have with the Red Sox, but I think almost all minor leaguer instructors and coaches want to be in the big leagues at some point in time.
There's ball 4, and down to first base goes Murphy. Second walk given up by Wakefield. First 2 have reached here for the Mets. Angel Pagan coming up for New York. He received the first walk from Tim Wakefield. Bunted back towards Wakefield, who fields and throws. And the sacrifice for Pagan. It gets Castillo to third and Murphy to second.
Tall order for Pagan right there to bunt a knuckleball.
You're asking a lot.
You really are. I mean, if he throws one of his good knuckleballs, looks like it just flutters a little bit and didn't move that much, trying to throw it for a strike, but that's a tall order.
He got the job done. Yeah, a lot of managers will stay away from hit and runs and anything like that because you can't guarantee contact when you're facing Tim Wakefield.
No, you can't. But you know, hit and run's not a bad play with Wake because you don't know if the catcher's going to catch the ball.
You run that risk too.
If he swings and misses, you don't know if the catcher's going to handle it.
And 1 away, second and third now. Carlos Beltran grounded into a double play, first time up. Grounds it foul.
I've talked to George Kataris about this in spring training. He just tries to react to the ball. And when they use those super balls to work with him, he just tries to let it come to him. You can't go out and try to grab it. You've got to let it come to you and just react to it.
Grounded towards short. Green is going to go to first with it, and a run scores. Castillo in from third. It's a one-run game as the Mets plate their second run of the day. Beltran retired but picks up his 30th RBI.
Knuckleball, ground ball to Greeny there. Does what he's supposed to do, but that's what he's supposed to do as a hitter too. Hit the ball on the ground, get the runner in. Probably contact was on at that point. Infield back. Easy RBI for Beltran.
So 2 down, and Daniel Murphy, the tying run, 90 feet away for Gary Sheffield. He struck out in the first inning.
It's nice to see somebody playing 40 years old. I played till I was 39, and he's in pretty good shape too. Still hurt you?
Hit his 500th home run back in April against the Milwaukee Brewers. Team that he broke in with initially.
I remember that.
Came in as a shortstop.
Yes, he did.
Is not really enjoying DHing with the Tigers, and of course got this kind of a surprise release. Didn't like to be a DH. A lot of guys don't like to be a DH.
Well, it takes you. He played a lot of years in the National League, the Braves and the Dodgers, and I think that you lose a feel for the game. You like to be in the game. You like the defense part of it, and the DHing's tough mentally. You have to stay loose, and you have to stay in the game, and it's just. When you're not playing both sides, for me anyway, and probably for Sheffield, you want to be in both parts of the game to stay in the flow of the game.
Outside, and Sheffield walks as he heads down to first base. Well, we're here at Fenway Park in Boston. Don Orsillo, Dwight Evans, and Heidi Watney bringing you Boston Red Sox baseball in high definition. And Dolby Digital 5.1 surround sound on NESN. Coordinating producer of Red Sox baseball is Russ Ken. Senior coordinating director is Michael Narachi. The associate producer is Jeb Fisher. Production assistant is Caven Heath. And NESN's executive producer is Joel Feld. First and third with 2 down, and David Wright the batter. Line into left field, a base hit. From third comes Murphy, and the Mets tie the game. Big 2-out RBI for David Wright. And the Mets just keep coming back, tie it up 3-3.
Here's a knuckleball about 67 miles an hour, and Waite gets this ball up. And that's the knuckleball you want to hit. It comes in about chest high, and that's the one you want to hit. Good piece of hitting.
Well, we were so glad that Dwight Evans was able to join us today for the day. Let's take a look at some of the Dwight Evans highlights in his career that spanned over 2,500 games. 3-time All-Star, 8 Gold Gloves, 379 total home runs, and an absolute hose for an arm. Doesn't seem like that long ago. Maybe it does for you.
Well, you know, I've almost been out of the game as long as I played it, and I got to tell you, that's a scary feeling. Yeah. But I had fun. I love these fans. I love playing in this, just in this environment. It's a great arena to play the game, and it's like Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium the same way.
Into right field for Jeremy Reed. Round from second comes Sheffield. And the Mets take a 4-3 lead. Only 3-run third inning for the Mets as they answer after trailing by 2 runs in the inning.
Here's a knuckleball again. That ball actually is a pretty good pitch for Wake, and not much you can do about that. You just can't do anything about that.
So 2 on, 2 down. Ramon Castro hit a home run off Tim Wakefield in the second inning. His 3rd home run of the year. As he takes ball 1. Wakefield wanted that as he peers in at Ed Rapuano.
pretty good pitch right there.
I don't
know what's wrong with this pitch. Where it crosses the plate, that's a pretty good pitch. Yes,
wow.
sir.
Swing and a miss this time. 2-1.
You know, it comes in good movement, but it comes in about the same height as the last one, and I don't know why he swings at this one, and he swung at the one before, or took the one before. So. Oh, yeah.
2-2. There is action in the Red Sox pen. Daniel Bard is first up. As Wakefield's run into some trouble here in the third inning. And he's relinquished the lead. On the ground down the third baseline. Lowell will touch third to end the inning. But the Mets score 3 times in the inning and take a 4-3 lead. Centers at frankweb.com. You'll get a comprehensive recap of this weekend series between the Red Sox and the Mets, plus what's ahead for the Bruins this offseason. And the Cavs and Magic will face off in Game 3 of the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals. All the highlights and reaction will be on Sports Desk. Lights Out coming up tonight at 10. Kevin Youkilis leading it off and grounding one foul. Red Sox trailing 4-3 as they come to bat here in the bottom of the third against Tim Redding. Youkilis struck out in the first. .50 pitches for Tim Redding. Let Tim Wakefield get all geared up to start the game. Pitched an inning, and then the rains came here at Fenway. 36-minute rain delay. Talking about the guys who come through the minor leagues, maybe don't start in the minor leagues with one shape and size. This one down the line, right at third, long throw, and it's in time to get Youkilis. I was going to say, though, that the transformation that Youkilis has made since being a minor leaguer to a major leaguer has been pretty major.
Yes. Here's a ground ball. David Wright does a lot of good things. Good third baseman, good hitter. He does a lot of good things. This guy is going to be around for a while. Uke. When I first saw Uke in 2001, I said, who signed this kid? And I tell this story a lot because I'm so proud of him. And one thing I couldn't measure.
Way on the ground to short. Martinez 2 down.
One thing I couldn't measure was his heart. He's got a Pete Rose heart. He just doesn't give in. I really, I couldn't be. He's a diamond in a rough for us. He signed for very, very small bonus, and he's making his money now. He's worked hard. He deserves everything he gets. He doesn't like making it out, does he? He sure gets upset. But he releases it good. He goes out on the field and comes back in and is recharged for the next at bat.
2 down for J.D. Drew, who doubled his first time up. They're trying to line up the defense here on Drew. They backed up Angel Pagan, the right fielder, a little deeper in right. Drew fouls it off, and it's 1-2. Redding's got 2 quick outs here. The ground out of Euclid, ground out of Bay. And trying to grab his first 1-2-3 inning of his outing. Framed by Castro. He wanted it.
Sure did. Pretty good pitch. With 2 strikes, JD's got a pretty good eye. That's a pretty good pitch. A tough pitch to take. 2 strikes, you might have to swing at that.
Takes this as well. Yeah, it's outside. Ball 3.
3-2. I actually think that he has advantage here at the plate right now. JD does. And work the count back to 3-2. Fastball. He's got to come after him. 58 pitches, 59 pitches, 3 innings. That's a lot of pitches. I'd like to see JD get a hit here and work this guy, get in their bullpen.
Drew flips it foul off to the left, hangs at 3-2. Jim Redding, 31 years of age, spending the last 2 years with the Washington Nationals. He was 10-11 a year ago with Washington. Broke into the big leagues in 01 with Houston. Stop at San Diego, also part of the year of the Yankees. To right, and a base hit for J.D. Drew. A lengthy at bat, and finally gets a base hit here with 2 down.
Great at bat. Great at bat. Breaking ball right here. JD stays right on. This is the guy they need to get hot right now. He just has to do what he's capable of doing. He's a fine hitter, a fine ball player. Good swing.
So 2 away, Drew at first base, and Mike Lowell, the batter. Mike hit a big 3-run home run to provide the Red Sox offense last inning. On the ground this time to Ramon Martinez, who'll go to second for the force out. It concludes the bottom of the 3rd. 4-3, Mets on top after 3. Yankees join Eric Freed, Ken Ryan, Naoko Funiyama from McCoy Stadium and watch the Stars of tomorrow play tonight live at 6. We head along to the 4th inning. It's Ramon Martinez who leads it off. And along with us today is Dwight Evans. And Dwight, you're working with some of the minor leagues in the development system of the Red Sox. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, I'm in player development, consultant in player development. It means I work for the minor leagues. And the players that we do have, I couldn't be prouder of them. You know, we see the guys that we've worked with, and Pedroia and Uke, and go around this field, Ellsbury, and go on, and with Lester and these guys, Papelbon, they've all come through our system, and we're very proud of them. We have a great system. We have a great scouting system. We do a great job with getting, and our draft is coming up here in a couple of weeks, and Theo says we have some good athletes that we're going to draft. So, and we've done a good job at that. We were 29th about 5 or 6 years ago in all of baseball, which was out of 30 teams, not too good. So we've come a long way. They say we're in the top 10, but I got to believe we're in the top 5, and that's quite a stretch right there, moving up in that level with players. So I'm excited about what we have. We have some great players, good pitchers in AAA.
Into his left, and there's 2 down. I want to ask you about the players that have come up. It has been amazing to watch them, how comfortable they are when they arrive. When you think of a guy like Jed Lowry, Justin Masterson, very comfortable, which is very unusual. What do you guys do to get them ready to be here and doing it well?
Well, they do a lot of things, and they prepare them for that moment. And our system is the same at every level. We have the signs, so when they get here, they don't have to learn new signs, and that's big. I mean, what plays our infield does at certain situations, it's all the same. We've got the same system. I mean, the same plays, the same signs, the same thing all the way through the system. So when guys get here, they're comfortable. They're not learning a new system. And it used to be, when I was here, it was a lot more confusing. So they've done a great job with that. But these kids, they bring along quite nicely.
I know you finished your career with them, but you heard so much about the Oriole way for a long time, how they did everything at every level. So when we got to the big leagues, everybody knew what they were doing. And I guess the philosophy is now the same here.
It is the same here, and the Orioles did do that, and these people that run this organization do a great job.
There's 2 outs here for Wakefield in the 4th. Needs a quick inning. Pitch count has been rising. Had a rough 3rd.
Look at that knuckleball. That thing broke about 4 feet. That ball didn't have one rotation to it. You could see the name on it.
The Stars had no chance of catching that. As Tim Wakefield's ready with his 70th pitch of the day. And it's fouled off.
He can control that knuckleball. If you saw that last one, it kind of fluttered a little bit. He had a little more control of that. And when Sheffield was up, he had one that broke into Sheffield. Now he can throw one that breaks away. Fastball.
Wakefield strikes out Murphy. His 2nd strikeout, a 1-2-3 4th, but it's 4-3 New York. got you under our wing. Which player led the Mets in steals in '97 and then the Red Sox in steals in 2000? We'll have the answer for you a little bit later. Bottom of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park. Mets on top 4-3. George Kottaras leads it off. And takes ball one.
Redding is settling down here. I'd like to see a couple of hits here and get him on the ropes again.
This is pitch 64, and Kottaras to right field. One hops up into the seats. A ground rule double for George Kottaras to get the bottom of the fourth started.
Looks like a fastball here. George stays on it, and I know this kid well from the minor leagues. He is a good hitter, and what you're seeing right now is that's the way he hits the ball, but his average is not what it should be. But when you play every fifth day, it's tough.
Bunt bid popped up, right diving to make the catch for the out. Well, David Wright driving head first to make that grab as Nick Green tried to move the runner.
I'm not really big on this play right here. That was a great play by Wright, but I don't know why we're bunting this early in the game. And the way this kid can swing the bat, I don't know if he did it on his own or.
Well, Nick Green retired for the first out. Kottaras unable to advance. And it's back up top for Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury lined out to center, doubled. And takes ball one.
You know, I'm not sure if Terry Tito called that bunt. He probably did that on his own. Tito is not wanting to hit and run or bunt.
It's ball two, 2-0.
He's done a fine job for this organization, this team. He handles those players extremely well. Communicates with everybody through the system. Communicates with his players, his coaches. Does a fine job.
Would you say that's the number one thing as a player, as far as a manager goes, communicating, good or bad, just that there's some sort of communication going on?
Absolutely. You know, when you're struggling and you want to know what the manager's feeling, he sits down and talks with Ortiz and all the guys, good or bad. If they're going through good times or bad times, he communicates.
Ellsbury walks with one out. It's the fourth walk given up by Redding. Who's the best manager you had?
Ralph Houck. Ralph Houck, to me, was the best manager. He was a great communicator. You know, we call him a major. He fought under George Patton in Italy, and they called him a major. He would have a way of building you up and making you feel 10 feet tall. And I can remember I was really struggling, and he brought me in the office and talked to me for about 10 minutes and said a lot of things. But I walked out, and he goes, "Remember one thing, kid." And I said, "What's that?" "What's that, Ralph?" He says, "Hits are like bananas." And, you know, I had a funny look on my face. I shut the door, and then I opened it back up, and he had a big smile on his face, and he goes, "Kid, they come in bunches. They come in bunches."
One down, first and second. Red Sox trailing by a run, trying to get to Tim Redding here in the fourth. Dustin Pedroia has walked twice against Tim Redding.
He has pitched Dustin very carefully today. He's not giving in to him at all. And I'm wondering if that's because David's on deck and not swinging well.
He falls behind Pedroia 2-0.
Well, we'll find out. If he throws a fastball down the middle, we'll find out he wants to come after him. If he tries to put it on the outside corner, throws him a breaking ball, then he's pitching around him.
Popped up.
Came right after him.
Right side of the infield. The infield fly rule in effect. And there's 2 down in the inning. Time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Just ridiculous what's going on there at Yankee Stadium with the home runs.
Oh, I know it. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. Broken back, completely shattered the back, goes out of the ballpark.
Here's David Ortiz with 2 outs and 2 on. Line drive, caught at first by Murphy. More frustration for Big Papi. Red Sox strand a pair, 4-3 New York. Wednesday night, David Ortiz electrified Fenway Park with his first home run of the season in the 5th inning off Toronto's Brett Cecil. It was 1 of 5 home runs in the game for the Red Sox. Play of the week brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. I hope that that home run would re-energize David Ortiz.
Exactly. You know, he just... Here's his last at bat. I want to see where his head is. Film never lies. That is outstanding. It's not too long before he breaks out of this thing. He just can't get a break right now. But as long as he keeps that smile on his face, he'll be all right. I'm sure he's hurting inside.
You know, you think about it. He had that home run. He also followed it up with a double later in the game, and then the next day he's got to deal with Johan Santana. I mean, it's like you just got out of it. Now you got to deal with one of the game's best, if not the game's best.
Well, the nice thing is that every day is different, and you look at Santana and you just got to throw it out the window. You can't dwell on it, whether you get 3 hits or you strike out 3 times. You just can't dwell on it.
Angel Pagan leading it off and taking ball 3.
It took me a while just to get over an at bat. I would carry one at bat into the next at bat, and to carry it in one day to the next is easy to do, especially when you're struggling.
Leadoff walk for Pagan. It's time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question from earlier. Which player led the Mets in steals in '97, the Red Sox in 2000? And the answer is Carl Everett in 281 with 48 home runs in his 2 years here in Boston. 1997 was his only year as a regular starter with the Mets, had 14 homers and 17 steals while with the Mets. Runner goes on the first pitch, and the throw is not in time. Stolen base for Angel Pagan.
you know, I can't tell what this pitch looks like. A knuckleball. George does a great job. Quick release, but he just took off. He took off as soon as Wake moved. You just can't. You can't do too much with that.
We're still on base of the day for the Mets, and this is into center field for Beltran. Pagan was headed back to second, so he just gets to third now. Throw gets away briefly, but Youkilis will gather it. Beltran with his first hit of the day, and it's 1st and 3rd for New York. This has happened fast.
Well, here's a line drive just high enough. You second base, no outs. You've got to hold your ground, and he had to go back to second base a little bit. Could not score on that play.
So the Red Sox now with 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and Gary Sheffield standing in for New York. Nicholas holding on. Beltran at first. To left and a base hit for Sheffield. From third comes Pagan, and it's a 5-3 New York lead as they tack on another run. Still nobody out. Daniel Bard up in the pen quickly for the Red Sox as Farrell heads to the mound.
Knuckleball. Here's a knuckleball right here. He gets the ball up, and it's just doesn't break like it does when he gets it waist high. And it's kind of easy pickings right there. Wake has done such a great job for this club this year. He's been their big guy to go to.
Leads the team in wins with 5 coming in. Not lost yet at home. Coming in at 3-0. Olympia Sports is proud to support the pediatric trauma program at Children's Hospital Boston. Come into any Olympia Sports location today and make a donation to help children's world-class doctors pioneer and provide advanced treatments for kids who need your help. 5-3 New York on top. David Wright the batter as he takes strike 1. Wright grounded out to third base in the second. Singled to knock in a run in the third inning. As Wakefield bluffs off the backside. Fly ball to center. Ellsbury heading back. Makes the catch as Beltran tagging. Throw goes to second. Makes a double play in order. And there's one away in the inning as David Wright is retired. So 1st and 3rd now for New York, and Jeremy Reed coming up. Reed with an RBI single his last time up. 1 for 2 on the day. Former Seattle Mariner. Well, you had the chance to face Charlie Huff. I have some numbers now. 93 at bats against Charlie Huff. You hit .312 against Huff. 4 home runs. So you did handle knuckleball very well. At least Charlie's I did, and a few other guys. Necro and Willie Wood, Wilbur Wood. Trying to think of some more that I faced, but I didn't mind facing. But you had, if you went 3 for 4 or 2 for 4, you had to forget it. Throw it right out the window. You know, you'd face one of those guys, and the next night you're facing Nolan Ryan. Runner goes at first. It's chopped foul. And Sheffield's got to come on back. Yeah, I was going to say, much more comfortable, I would imagine, facing a knuckleball than a guy like Nolan Ryan.
Yes, I'd rather face that knuckleballer any time.
Candiotti would also be another guy that you'd probably face.
Yes, I did. He had a good curveball. He probably threw his fastball somewhere in, 82 to 85 miles an hour, a little bit harder than Wake.
The knuckleballs all different. All different styles.
They can be. Necro used to jump at you, physically jump at you, and he would change speeds. Normally, he would start off with a slow knuckleball, and as the count went on, he'd jump at you and try to throw it a little harder. So there could be you can't really get depth perception with a knuckleball because there's no spin to it. So you don't know how hard it's coming in there.
Sheffield had been running on the first delivery, and now Wakefield trying to keep him close with a count of 1-2. Now he's off. Wakefield notices, and they got him in a rundown. Got to be careful. The Beltran at third, and the throw goes there, and he's safe. They get nobody. They were cognizant of the fact that Beltran was headed down the line at third. They go there. They don't get Sheffield, who they had in the rundown. They get nobody.
Tough decision to make right here. They're yelling at Wake to step off. He steps off, does the right thing. And you know, you just don't want. I think Beltran tried to fake home and then went back and tried to sucker Green into throwing the ball. Nothing hurt.
Reed goes lunging after that pitch and strikes out. A big strikeout for Wakefield. 2 down. Needed that.
Good knuckleball right here. It really kind of went away from him. And this is what Wake can do. He can do a lot of things with that knuckleball. He can make it go away. He can make it come in, and he can make it flutter. But he's got to keep it down. If he gets it up, it just kind of doesn't do much.
So 2 down, first and third. Ramon Castro, who hit a home run in the second inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Bluff to third, bluff to first, and Wakefield doesn't throw to either locale. Popped up. Youkilis and Kataris. Kataris makes the catch in front of Youkilis. It ends the inning. Another run for the Mets in the inning. They lead at 5-3. Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globes and Red Sox game day live at 1 o'clock. You get a preview of Brad Penning's attempt for his third straight win as the Sox open the series against the Twins in Minneapolis. Plus, an inside look at how the Amica Pit Zone actually works. Don't miss it. It's all tomorrow at 1 only on NESN. So, you coming with us to Minneapolis tonight?
I think I'm going to pass on that one. I might fly in tomorrow. You know, they just got to just get some hits here, work the count, see some pitches. Uke's great at that. Got Bay coming up next. I mean, they've got to get this guy out of there and just look at a lot of pitches. And the worst thing this guy can do, Redding, right now is not go after the hitters. He's kind of got the game under control again. He's got 75 pitches in 4 innings. So, you know, he's making a mistake by not going after the hitter. But I like what's going on right now. See some pitches, make him work.
Well, Kevin Youkilis struck out, grounded out.
Maybe he's losing a little bit.
That one slipped, and it's 3-0.
It's like somebody's getting loose there, just getting their arm loose out in the bullpen.
He'll strike one, 3-1. Feliciano, who pitched in the game last night, loosened him, getting kind of limbered up as Redding. 78th pitch, and Youkilis to deep left. Will it stay fair? It's down the line. It's up, and it is foul. Wow. This will bring Francona out as Joe West, the crew chief, looking right down the line, said it hooked. The only question was fair or foul had more than enough distance. Joe West saw it foul. Marlo Hale is hot. Here comes Terry to talk it over.
You know, on a replay like that we had last night, I don't know how they can replay this one. If they had a camera on the I like to call it the fair pole, and going straight up, see where the ball passed. I mean, that ball could have gone out fair and hooked foul after the foul pole.
We'll see if we get the left field shot right now. The tough sky.
That's tough to call. The only thing you can do is raise the foul pole even more so and take care of that problem. But no, maybe they're going to get a replay here. That would be nice.
Joe West getting together with the other umpires is a courtesy, I think, here to Terry Francona. But again, who's got the best look? It's Joe West, who's well down the third base line.
Absolutely. Joe West had the best look at it. Maybe the home plate umpire had a look at it, but the other two guys did not have a clean look at it. But I think to satisfy everybody, I think they might have a replay. I think that would be the smart thing to do. They're going to do it.
See what Joe West is going to do here, whether he's just headed to talk to Francona or whether he keeps on going.
I think
like he's keeping on going.
Yeah. They're doing the right thing.
How about this? We go a year plus without anything that is being reviewed at Fenway Park, and now twice in less than 24 hours, the umpires are going to review home run calls. Last night did not work in the Red Sox favor. We'll see what happens today as Joe West is headed back to take a better look.
Well, I don't know what angle they're going to look at unless they had a camera, you know, right on the foul pole and looking up. But I don't know what kind of angle they can see that shot there. But at least they're satisfying the Red Sox and the fans here because of last night. I think that's the right thing to do. Now, if you go down and look at it and it's foul, at least they looked. But I don't know what kind of look they're going to get at it.
The replays that we had, it's tough to see really because of the sky the way it is right now, cloudy there, and you kind of lose the ball in that setting, and you don't know if Joe West also lost it looking up into that direction. And we'll find out. He'll get a better look now that he's back into the review room, which is right in behind the Red Sox dugout here at Fenway Park. And see if they can get a better look. Really can't see it.
Watch the Budweiser sign. Bud Light, I think you'll see the ball come into play. There it is right there. I'll tell you what.
Well, that's looking pretty fair if that's the case.
I mean, look down the line. You look at that Bud Light sign. I think it's wow.
This is the angle we had at first, and that's very difficult to tell.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you wonder if Joe West will have the opportunity to see anything different than that.
Well, that being said, the ball was hit extremely hard.
Yes.
And, you know, I did that a few times, and it's frustrating. I actually hit a ball in Baltimore that was 15 feet fair. And the umpire called it foul, and I saw Ripken at shortstop laughing because he knew it was a 3-run homer too. And you're devastated as a hitter. But I came back and I hit a double in the gap. But you know, you got a 3-run homer, and it doesn't count. And you know, the umpire at third base was a little older, and at the time I won't mention his name, but it hurts. Yeah. So I can sympathize with Uke right now and what he's feeling. I mean, if this is foul, he's going to come back to home plate, and he's tough enough. He is tough enough to put it in the past and go at it again.
Well, Joe West right now is looking, just so you know, at pictures provided by Nesson and SNY out of New York, the 2 feeds that are coming out of Fenway Park. And that is the video that is available to him. We have seen our video, and it is tough to tell at the moment as now Rapuano and West coming out. Very tough sky here at Fenway, making it tough, and it's a foul ball. After further review, Joe West stays with his call, and this review process has not been kind to the Red Sox in the last 24 hours. Not digging the review process at the moment if you're a Red Sox fan.
Don West did the right thing there.
Yep.
He did the right thing. He took all the pressure off himself.
So a foul ball. Euclid coming back with a full count.
He's got to gain his composure here, focus, and not be mad. And for Uke, I think that's
easier said than done.
Not easy to do.
Euclid, who has 6 home runs on the year, has been a very good 2-strike hitter. In fact, 5 of his 6 home runs have come with 2 strikes. So let's see what he can do here. 3-2 count. Rolls it over, foul.
All right. All right. Now he's kind of gained his composure back. I'm glad he fouled that off. Now he's getting back into it.
Wasting more pitches from Tim Redding, who's about to throw his 80th pitch of the day. Euclid fouls it off.
He's a battler, isn't he?
Sure is. And Takahashi in the pen for the Mets starts to warm it up. Euclid slips a fly ball to right field. He's not going to be happy with this result. Pagan in to make the catch for out number 1 of the 5th.
He is so frustrated here. I mean, but you know, now he's really mad. I don't know if he'll recover. He'll recover before he gets back out on that field. But he's not a happy camper right now.
Bad trade-off. Thought you had a home run instead of fly ball to right for the first out. 0 for 3 for Euclid today. And Jason Bay, the batter. You like that review process? Not this one in particular, but in general, the idea that now it can be reviewed.
Absolutely. In general, I do. You know, like I said, the last review said the last 2 nights have not, or 2 days have not been friendly for the Red Sox. But I think it takes pressure off the umpires, and I think they can get a real account for what really happened. I'd like to see some cameras or on the foul pole to help them out a little bit.
Okay, hits a high fly ball to center field. Jeremy Reed has it under control. Shy of the track, and there's 2 down. You know, I think the baseball purists will say, well, this is the beginning of everything being reviewed at some point. I mean, you think it should stop here, or there should be further review?
I think they should stay with this. I think baseball's been pretty good. I love it in football. I think it's smart in football. I think it's smart here. If it can help the betterment of the game, then do it.
And I guess ultimately all you really look for is for them to have the correct call, and that's what you're able to obtain now.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I don't think you think that you think that Joe West made the right call.
We won't ask you that question right now.
No.
He's still steaming.
Well, JD has 2 hits. He's a guy, I've said it throughout the day, just needs to get hot, and he can help this club out big time by doing that. He's due.
He's a guy who hits well. And
there
again,
that's
in the
his
right field.
What a beautiful stroke.
A 3 for 3 day for J.D. Drew.
Here he is. Looks like a fastball. Down the middle, stays on it. Nice. This guy has a classic swing. Head on the ball. You can't do better than that. Be a nice time for a 2-out rally.
And Mike Lowell hit a 3-run home run back in the second inning off Tim Redding. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. His third look at Redding. Way in. It's 2-0. He's being careful with Lowell. This will be the 90th pitch of the day. Look at the line for Tim Redding. Got 2 quick outs here in the 5th prior to the single for J.D. Drew. 93 pitches in his first start at L.A.
Boy, that's a count you want to hit, and you're looking at 2-0. You're looking for that fastball right there. I don't know what Mike was looking for, but he didn't come close to a strike first 2 pitches, so maybe he just wanted to take a strike. But boy, that's a good count to hit him.
Good check on Drew's back to the bag. Lead not terribly large.
Duke's all right now.
This one hits Drew. Second time he's been hit today with a thrown ball. Heading to second base earlier, and this one gets him.
You know, I played first base, and sometimes if you knew the ball was going to hit the runner, you'd let it go. And it depends on who it was too. But J.D. he'll be all right. Put a little ice on it after the game. He'll be fine.
To left for Lowell. Sheffield's going to have to play it off the wall. Drew headed for third. Throw goes to second. The Red Sox have something going with 2 down. Second hit of the day for Mike Lowell.
Good piece of hitting there from Mike Lowell. Fastball gets on top of that. Ball's up. He gets on top of that fastball. Stays on it. Head stays there. Good piece of hitting.
So 2 down. First and third for Boston. And George Kataris, who had a double in his last at bat, coming up.
You know, Redding's got to finish this inning to get a decision. And they are well aware of that.
It's time now to bring you up to speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. Mike Lowell back in the second inning with a 3-run home run, his 8th home run of the year, as he hit it off Tim Redding, and at the time gave the Red Sox a 3-1 advantage. AT&T, nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Action in the pen. Takahashi had been up earlier. Now Sean Green joins him.
This is a must-have game for these guys. They're going to have to find a way to win this ball game. They're going to battle for it. They've got to battle for it.
Red Sox dropping the first 2 games of this series as Kataris takes ball 1. George struck out swinging in the second, doubled in the fourth. Two and 0.
Got a little pressure on Redding right now. He's got to finish this inning to get a decision, and he's got 93 pitches right now.
And falling behind a great many batters, especially in this inning. It's 2-0 again. Kataris to right. Pagan headed back, and it's off the wall. Drew scores. Lowell's going to be stopped at third. It's an RBI double for Kataris. His second double of the day, and the Red Sox are within a run.
Boy, I like the way he looked up at the plate. Fastball out over the plate, drives it to right center. But just all his mannerisms before, I'm watching him before he even had to swing or the pitch was thrown. Everything was real soft, and that's how you hit. You can't be tight. You can't be set too soon. You get set late, and everything's got to be soft with his body. They're stalling for time right here. Right now.
They sure are. As Castro's headed back out again, and Rapuano's following him. He's watched this tactic go on for the last little bit. He's out there to break it up. And it's second and third, tying run now, 90 feet away. Looks like both are ready if they choose to go to him. And that's what they were doing. Manuel coming out now. So the pitching change as Tim Redding can't get through the fifth. It's 5-4 New York.
They did give him an opportunity. Probably left him in there longer than he wanted to.
In one of their 27 Frank Webb Center's showrooms, product knowledge and friendly guidance make both sides of Webb a home run. 5-4 Mets on top of the Red Sox. Tim Redding's numbers 4 2/3. He leaves with runners at second and third. He's responsible for him as Sean Green takes over. His call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Numbers for Green in his 20th game of the year, 7.50 earned run average. And Nick Green, the batter, to right, a base hit for Green. Mike Lowell from third. Here comes Kataris. The throw is cut off. The run scores, and now hung up is Green in the rundown. And they get him. But 2 runs are in as the Red Sox take the lead. Nick Green continues to get it done as the Red Sox lead at 6-5.
What Gutierrez is I'm telling you right now, I think Gutierrez is out at home. Nick Green keeps going to sucker him to cut the ball and cut it off right there. Heads up play by Nick Green. Got another run in there. Smart play. Good base running. There, he's catching the ball. Look at that space between home plate and Gutierrez right now. I think he's out.
Well, they cut it
Good
off
play.
instead. And Green in the rundown allows the runs to score. All the runs are charged to Tim Redding, who was gone after 4 2/3 innings. One out here in the inning as the pitch, a strike over the outside corner. This was the first pitch of the inning, and Ramon Martinez popped it up, fouled out to Youkilis at first base. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Tim Wakefield. And he's back out there with a lead again, this time on top 6-5. Castillo's 1 for 2 and down 1-2.
That was a nasty knuckleball right there.
Manny Del Carmen warming in the Boston pen. Daniel Bard had been up earlier. Towards Green, it's short. 2 down.
But you can just see Nick Green. The more he plays, just the more confidence you can see in him, and it's just it's fun to see. You can see it in his mannerism, his just the way he goes about making a play now. It just feels good about himself. So this is all good stuff for the Red Sox. I really like the kid as a hitter. He's doing a great job at shortstop. Big plus for the Red Sox.
Spent all of last year at Scranton Wilkes-Barre for the Yankees. When you think about it, shortstop not his natural position. Lots been made about a lot of the defensive errors that he's made. Made some great plays too. Seems the footwork is somewhat of a problem. To second base, Pedroia has got it. No, 1-2-3, 6th inning for Tim Wakefield. Red Sox lead at 6-5 from Fenway. It's on to the bottom of the 6th inning, the top of the Red Sox order. Jacoby Ellsbury dealing with the new Mets pitcher, Ken Takahashi, into the game for New York. 8th appearance, 0-1, 3.12 ERA. And the opposition hitting at .290.
This is a tough thing about interleague. You just don't get to see these guys. You don't know if they're going to throw. You don't know what the ball's doing, if it's sinking, it's sailing or straight or what. That's the hard part. I always like to know a guy. That's why late in my career I didn't want to go to the National League, because I didn't know the pitchers.
Well, the Mets bullpen has been very good all season long. In the dirt outside, and the count 2-2. Takahashi coming over and being a rookie at 40 years of age. To left field, Gary Sheffield wandering back to the track to make the catch. Carried well, took him to the wall. But Ellsbury is out number 1 at the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll get a good look here from our monster camera inside the wall. It's coming right at you.
He's drifting back, but he makes a play. Not bad for a 40-year-old guy.
One out for Pedroia. Justin walked in the 1st, in the 2nd, and then popped out in the 4th inning. All the runs the Red Sox have charged to Tim Redding, the starter today for New York. 4 2/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, walked 4, struck out 4. Three and 0. David Ortiz on deck.
Oh yeah.
Rip foul, green light.
I like that green light. I mean, if you got a kid and the manager knows that he's pretty disciplined up there, let him swing. Let him swing. It's 3-0. He knows the fastball's coming. He's going to get off on it. Boy, he let that one go. A little bit too much. You got to stay within yourself when you're 3-0 too. Or also.
Check back in with Heidi.
Don, former Sox infielder Alex Cora is back in Boston with the visiting New York Mets, although on the disabled list with an injured thumb. I asked him what he misses most about Boston.
Pedroia talking smack, you know, it's a lot different when you get it via text, you know, it's a lot different. No, just, you know what, the atmosphere is a lot different, you know, and this stadium, you know, although our house in New York is, you've been there, is a great place, but it's something different here, you know, the atmosphere, and that's what I miss.
He also told me the biggest difference playing for the Mets versus Boston is the fans. He says Red Sox fans are great and very supportive, and Mets fans can be pretty tough even on the home team. Don?
Thanks very much, Heidi. Yeah, the chance to spend some time with Alex this morning. And he was talking about his time here in Boston, and boy, it's hard to find those type guys who are good players who buy into the role, and he really bought into it when he was here.
He you know, great hands, and plays second, short, third. You know, when I first met him, he's walking down the runway and I'm walking down the runway. He put his glove down, his hat down, said, "Hi, I'm Alex Cora," shook my hand. "Hi, Mr. Evans, how are you?" Just a very polite young man, young to me, and did a great job here for us. He really did. I wish him the best.
So it slips out of the hand.
Oh, yeah, that's a balk.
Takahashi and a balk. Pedroia to second base. It just came out.
I don't know if that hit his back leg or what. You don't see that. That's what's great about this game. You see something different all the time. Something new. I had not seen that. I don't know where it hits. Brings it back. Oh, he just lost it. Maybe it hit his thigh on the way back and just lost it. 40 years old. The guy knows how to pitch, and it can happen at any time.
His pitching coach, Dan Worthen's going to come out and make sure that he's all right.
What's he going to tell him? Hold on to the ball. He's all right. I guess either they're speaking Japanese or he speaks pretty good English.
Or he understands it one way or another.
One way or the other. I don't know.
But he is.
I'm sure he's embarrassed. This game has a way of finding you out. I mean, oh.
Well, it gets Pedroia into scoring position with 1 out, a walk and a balk, has him at second. David Ortiz waiting on an 0-1. 0 for 3 in the game. Strike, and Ortiz doesn't like it.
Oh, I didn't like that either. Usually if it looks outside to a left-hander from our camera view, it's usually off the plate pretty good. Now it looks outside. It is outside.
Wow.
I mean, here, you know, I feel so bad for this guy. You get a bad pitch called on you like that, put you in a hole.
Strikes out. Going to be thinking about strike 2 as he heads back to the dugout. 2 down.
Well, when you're going bad, things happen like that. He's just got to keep his head up. Fastball, good fastball. One of his better fastballs that has been out there. Up and in. That's what they're trying to pitch David right now. Up and in. Too bad. I hope he doesn't get too down. He's just too good of a player.
Well, Jerry Manuel out of the dugout with 2 outs, and Kevin Youkilis coming up. Going to make the change here, 6-5. The Red Sox on top of the Mets. See the live post-game press conferences of Terry Francona, Tim Wakefield, and Jim will break down the knuckleballers start this afternoon. Plus a preview of the Red Sox 10-game road trip that starts tomorrow in Minnesota. It's all coming up right after the game with TC, Jim, and Heidi. So 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Pedroia at second base. Ken Takashi is gone, and Brian Stokes comes on for the Mets. Stokes has surrendered just 1 earned run this season in 17 1/3 innings pitched. 0.52 ERA coming in. Right-handed batters hitting at just 119 off him. So Jerry Manuel goes to get him with Kevin Youkilis coming up. Youkilis, frustrating day, not just because he's 0 for 3, but thought he had a home run in his last at bat. It was called foul by Joe West. The umpires got together. They did another video review. The second time ever at Fenway Park, and second time in the last 24 hours, amazingly. And both times it's worked against Boston. Youkilis would later fly out to right as he takes ball 1.
You know, I look at Stokes' stats, and I see that he's got like 7 strikeouts in 17 innings. He throws the ball pretty hard, so I don't know what's going on. No one's scored off him very much, so.
Youkilis pops it up foul. That'll get back and out of play. has not worked since San Francisco, and this has been a long trip for the Mets. It started out west against the Giants in San Francisco, and they played the Dodgers for 3. Had Thursday off, and now here for this 3-game series before heading home tonight. Pedroia at second base. A walk and a balk gets him there. Youkilis with a check swing foul. Jason Bay on deck with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox with 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Youkilis has got a shot here with 2 down. Shadows are starting to creep towards home plate at the moment as the afternoon wears on. When do you think the Shadows become a big story there?
When they're halfway, you see the ball come out of the hand, and then you lose the ball. You see a darker ball, and you can't pick up the spin as much.
Breaking ball that time up top.
A cloud cover would help.
Youkilis fouls it off to our right. 3-2. Ellsbury started the inning by flying out to the warning track. Pedroia walked. Takashi dropped the baseball, charged with a balk, gets to second. And he strikes out David Ortiz. Now Brian Stokes with a full count to Youkilis. And it's ball 4.
Good at bat right there. Fastball down on Uke is just, he's very disciplined at the plate. Not afraid to strike out. When you're afraid to strike out, you strike out.
Well, he walks this time. It's first and second, 2 down for Jason Bay. He has been held hitless today. He walked in the second. He's grounded out and flied out. On the ground and by the dive of Martinez at short. Here comes Pedroia, and the Red Sox lead it 7-5. Another 2-out RBI for the Red Sox.
You know, Jason Bay probably knows this guy, but here he is, takes a fastball, shoots it up the middle, gets it past the shortstop. Good piece of hitting. Just out of the reach. And another run, big run for the Red Sox.
So first and third now, 2 down. And J.D. Drew, 3 for 3 on the day. A double and a pair of singles. Everything pulled today into right field for Drew. Swing and a miss.
Change up there. And there he goes throwing fastballs, 96-mile-an-hour fastballs. First pitch to him is a straight change. For you people out there who have never seen a straight change, looks like a fastball coming in there. Throw about the last 3 feet.
In the dirt, it's a ball and a strike. Our pleasure to have Dwight Evans alongside if you're just joining us today. As Mike Lowell waits on deck, Red Sox have come from behind. A 3-run 5th, a run in the 6th. And it is now 7-5 Boston, trying to add some more. These Mets have not gone quietly in this series. Fair ball down the line and right. From third comes Youkilis. Jason Bay's going to third on the RBI double for Drew. His fourth hit of the day puts the Red Sox on top 8-5.
You know, the way he went at that ball, I almost think that it was a changeup, but he stayed on it so well. Yeah, it's a changeup, and he stays on it. Head on the ball, just slaps it down the line. Good piece of hitting, 4 hits. This is what the Red Sox need, a guy like this to get hot.
A 2-run bottom of the 6th inning so far. One of the runs charged to Ken Takahashi. We got the first 2 outs of the inning. Now it's second and third. Mike Lowell with a chance as he takes ball 1. Mike hit a 3-run home run in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, and then singled in the 5th. Well, fouls it off himself. Back to the hard stuff for Stokes at 96. That hurt.
I think Mike's going to get stronger and stronger as the season goes on. I see him running. He's still favoring a little bit, but not bad. I mean, he's a gamer. He's the kind of guy you want in a lineup.
So hard to watch last year in the playoffs when he was trying to do everything he could to stay on the roster.
He did try too. They say that hip bone was coming out of the joint, and he kept trying to go out there and play and just couldn't do it. But like I've said before, well respected in that clubhouse.
Manny Del Carmen up in the pen. Tim Wakefield, 94 pitches through the first 6. It'll be Del Carmen in the 7th, with the Red Sox now on top by 3. A 1-2. Lowell strikes out. But the Red Sox grab a pair in the bottom of the 6th, take an 8-5 lead to the 7th. Sox are trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning when Mike Lowell hit a 3-run home run, his 8th home run of the year. But the Mets would not go away as Jeremy Reed and the Mets come back in the 3rd to get 3 runs, including this RBI single. But the Red Sox would come back again with 3 in the 5th inning. They've done it a lot with 2 outs today. Nick Green into right field. He plates 2 runs, and he gets in a rundown long enough to get that 2nd run in. The Red Sox tack on 2 more in the 6th. And it is 8-5, Boston on top as we head to the 7th inning. And our wishes exactly. Hoping Jerry a speedy recovery and back here soon. As we head along to the 7th inning, it's 8-5, Boston on top. And the new pitcher for the Red Sox is Manny Del Carmen. After 6 innings from Tim Wakefield. Del Carmen with a record of 1-1, 19th appearance, an ERA under 1 at 0.95. And a .239 opponent batting average. Angel Pagan leading it off and taking strike 2. Numbers for Wakefield today: 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs. He walked 4, struck out 3. Oh, 2 to Pagan. This is certainly one area where the Red Sox are so much stronger this year has been the bullpen.
Yes, and this kid right here, I've really liked this kid for a long time. He's learned how to pound that strike zone, and he's not afraid to throw strikes. Sometimes pitchers are afraid to throw strikes, the ball might get hit. And I know that sounds crazy, but they actually go through that. They're afraid to throw a strike. They want to throw a perfect pitch, and he just pounds the strike zone. And and hitters hate that. They don't like the pitcher that comes right after him and pounding that strike zone, not giving him a chance to see pitches.
Pagan strikes out, baffled. 1 down in the 7th inning.
Here, Manny comes back with a changeup after throwing some good fastballs. And what the hitter sees is the ball coming in at a certain level, like a fastball, and then just the bottom falls on it. Great pitch.
So 1 down for Carlos Beltran. He was grounded into a double play, grounded out to short, single to drive in a run in the 5th. A swing and a miss.
When you throw 95 miles an hour and you throw a changeup 81, that's tough to hit.
Angel Pagan found out how hard it is. So he strikes out to begin this inning. Strike 2. A little wrinkle in that as he goes to the breaking ball. Mixing it up nicely so far. Under the watchful eye of John Farrell. With some elevation here. Ends up not being costly as it gets down to first, and Euclid will take it himself. 2 down. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 10th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. 2 outs here in the 7th inning, and Gary Sheffield at the plate.
Now that's a tough stat. How can you believe this guy leads the major leagues with infield hits, over close to 500 infield hits? Where'd they find that stat?
They work hard here at Fenway Park to supply those up on the big board. As Sheffield today struck out, walked, single to drive in a run. And the third baseline foul.
You know, it's one thing they think of when a guy hits this age is his bat speed. And this guy at 40 years old still has tremendous bat speed. I mean, Manny's throwing 95, 96 miles an hour and pulling him foul. So, you know, this guy still has the club head speed, the bat speed. So that's a gift.
Down 1 and 2.
Boy, that changeup of his has just gone to another level. This is changeup to Sheffield. Just got him out in front. I'll tell you what, you're looking for a 96 mile an hour fastball, and here comes an 81 mile an hour changeup. That is a big difference.
Chop to third, eye high, low to first. A 1-2-3 7th inning for Manny Del Carmen. 7th inning stretch. Red Sox lead at 8-5. play, 8-5. Red Sox on top. It turned out to be a very nice afternoon after a pretty bad rain shower came through here.
I just can't believe this is sunshine after that storm we had first, second inning there. I just can't believe that. It's beautiful.
36-minute rain delay.
And the Red Sox are ahead, 8-5. I like that.
It's all working out today.
Yeah, it is.
The pitcher Brian Stokes back on the mound for the Mets. Where can you score the best Red Sox gear in town? Check out BostonGlobeStore.com. The Boston Globe Store is everything for the diehard fan. Autographed memorabilia, Red Sox photos, souvenirs, and more. Shop online, shop anytime. Shop BostonGlobeStore.com. Boston on top, 8-5, and it'll be George Kataris, Nick Green, and Jacoby Ellsbury to bat. We've had Dennis Eckersley with us the last couple of days. You guys are good friends and go back a long time.
You know, I'm pinch hitting for Dennis and actually Jerry. By the way, I wish Jerry the best and speedy recovery. And I said Friday night they asked me when I came in to do Legend Suite, would you do color for us on Sunday and pinch hit for Dennis? I said, well, me doing color, and he is so colorful. I said, that's going to be like black and white, you know, and gray. Mixed in with some serious color. It's been fun listening to him, and
you bring a lot less cheese and paint than Ed does, I noticed.
Yeah, no, gosh, he's got some expressions and sayings that cannot be duplicated.
I mean, you've been listening to that stuff for how many years now?
Well, 78, 1978. I mean, I told you a story earlier that, you know, we just can't talk about on the air. He's funny. He is funny. He's just a character.
Now, you guys are friends, but things weren't always rosy.
No.
I remember a particular strikeout in the playoffs when he was with Oakland where you weren't too pleased about him pointing.
I came into him after the game to congratulate him, and I didn't push. I just made my way through a crowd of the press, and he was backing off like I was going to punch him, you know. He didn't like it.
I'm sure most don't like being pointed at after you're struck out. I know I would.
He had a way about him that would get you. I mean, he was cocky out there when he was especially younger. Oh.
And George Kataris, who's had a great day today. A couple of doubles. He's 2 for 3, and he bats here in the bottom of the 7th.
I like seeing that. This guy can be very valuable to this ball club. See him get a couple of hits, and the limited play that he does have. Give him some confidence.
This guy who's got some pop, 22 home runs a year ago, still looking at the first one here and almost got it. Hit it off the bullpen. Now it's shot to the left. Opposite field base hit. Third hit of the day for Kataris, who's feeling it today. Sent it down to Heidi Watney.
Don, Nick Green got the start at short again tonight after having a great game last night, and Terry Francona said basically he earned it.
That's really what it is. We're trying to play good baseball, and sometimes I would say going with a hot hand is appropriate, but I actually think Lugo's swinging the bat okay. But just, I thought Nick really played good.
In the left field, Nick Green continues to play well. Another hit, his second of the day, and the first two have reached for the Red Sox here in the 7th inning. He's got it going on, and Terry is playing the hot hand right now.
Well, he's certainly earned it. There's no question. Defensively and offensively, it's a good hitter. And again, I think that's just going to carry on to the field, the defensive part.
So first two have reached here against Brian Stokes in the 7th. Back up top for Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. He's extended the hitting streak. The bunt. Stokes going to go to third with it, and they get the lead runner. That's where he was headed, and no hesitation. They get Kataris at third base.
Well, I think Ellsbury did this on his own, and I don't know why he would punt it down the third baseline as opposed to pulling it along the first baseline, but I don't know if Tito called that. Tito has never been a big bunt steal guy, hit and run guy. Usually puts guys on their own, but you never know.
So one down, first and second for Dustin Pedroia. He's walked 3 times today. And takes ball 1. Throwing hard out there is Stokes, 96 miles per hour, the last fastball. Pedroia pops it up foul, backing out of play. As the afternoon moves on, tell us a little bit of what it's like to play right field here at Fenway Park with that sun in your eyes.
Well, it is tough, but it's not as tough as it used to be. I'm not saying that because when I played it was harder. No, I'm not saying that. It's just they built that stadium up where it doesn't affect, and you know, the line drive hit the right field, you just couldn't see. So it is tough. It is tough, and it's still, I think, the toughest right field in baseball.
Pedroia lines it into left field, a base hit. Nick Green's being waved around. Sheffield's going to throw, and it's not going to be in time. Red Sox lead it 9-5.
Good piece of hitting right here. Here's a fastball, and Pedroia just gets on it. Ball's up in the zone. He gets on top of it. Just a bullet in the left field. And you know, ball hit that hard to left field. It's hard to score on. But I think they just ran on Sheffield.
So Stokes gives up another run, his second run since coming in. Now Poppy takes ball 1. What a day for Nick Green today. Manager going with him, putting him in the lineup, and he has paid instant dividends again today, having a great series against the Mets. 1-0. Ortiz, short left. Sheffield makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 0 for 5 today for Big Poppy.
Good hard fastball on Poppy here. Just beats him. It just beats him. I don't know if he's in between. He's looking for something different, maybe a breaking ball, swinging a fastball. You know, there could be some confusion in there right now, and I think obviously there is. He's just not thinking right. And you know, last at bat he gets called out on, or not called, but a real tough pitch on, put him in the hole. He's just got to keep swinging. He's not going to find it not playing. Keep playing him.
The average down to 195 now for David Ortiz. Youkilis to deep left. Sheffield turns and watches this one fly out of Fenway. No question this time, fair or foul. Youkilis takes matters into his own hands. 7th home run for Youkilis.
Well, that is justice right there, huh? Fastball up in his wheelhouse, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Uke gets on top of that, and like you said, Don, no question about that. That's you know, he got one taken away from him, and then he hits that ball. Nice to see.
So the Red Sox now on top, 12-5. And what was a back-and-forth battle for much of the afternoon. Boston is now on top by 7.
This is what they needed.
And Jason Bay taking ball 1. Well, they needed this. 12 runs, 15 hits today.
They needed that. They certainly did. And, you know, I'm just thinking of Jason right now. I always hated coming up after someone hit a home run. You just didn't know if the pitcher was going to throw him behind your head, or he was going to try to throw some nasty pitch that he was going to just come up with and try to work on you with it. So, and then there's no one on base, you know, and that was the hard part about hitting behind rights. I mean, he'd clean the bases off. You come up there's nobody on.
Euclid reliving the home run and kind of put the other one out of his head, as this one is to third, right in time to get Bay. Red Sox tack on 4 more. 3-run shot for Euclid and a 12-5 Boston lead. The guys that have done it. The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Get the right auto and home coverage at amicacoverage.com. Mike Lowell with the first 3-run home run as he hit it off the starter Tim Redding, and more recently Kevin Euclid hitting this 3-run home run off reliever Brian Stokes. Red Sox lead at 12-5 to the 8th, and David Wright, Jeremy Reed, Ramon Castro. And it's Manny Del Carmen who's back out there again, and why not? He had a very good 7th inning, a dominant 7th inning. 12 pitches, retired the side in order, and using all of his pitches along the way.
Changeup right there, Don, and the first pitch looked like a strike to me. I don't know what the umpire was thinking on that one, but and he comes back with a changeup. My hat's off to Manny on that one.
Ed Rapuano has the plate today. We've learned over the last week in working with Dennis Eckersley that Eck does not like umpires, any of them. Doesn't matter who they are.
Well, you know, when you played, when I played, and when these guys play, they've got to know the pitcher, they've got to know the catcher, and they also have to know the umpires, because umpires have different strike zones. And if you don't know your umpire, it's like not knowing your pitcher. So you got to know what they're going to call and what they're not going to call. That's a strike.
And it's strike 3 to David Wright. Manny Del Carmen's got him guessing right now. There is the second strikeout for Del Carmen.
Well, here's a breaking ball, and actually, if we go back and look at the sequence of these pitches, we don't have to, but Manny threw him 4 strikes, and he had more than enough balls to swing at up there.
So an inning and a third, he's retired all 4 batters he's faced. Here is Jeremy Reed. And he takes strike 1. Back to the Heat at 95. So you're saying there are umpires that you were friendly with, then? You don't hate all umpires, do you?
Oh, no, I don't hate. They're human beings, but the guys that I really like, there's another breaking ball, I believe, by Manny. The guys that I liked and respected were the guys that you look at and say, what kind of pitch was that? I mean, what are you thinking of? And they go, I made a mistake, just get back in the box, don't show me up. And you'd get back in the box, you wouldn't show them up. course, the guys that would say that's a strike, you better back. If you didn't like that one, wait till you see the next one. And I remember Jerry Newdecker. Jerry Newdecker. He is having a great game in Cleveland one time, and I said, Jerry, you in about the 7th inning. And when he called a strike, he'd go.
Troy at second base extends to the outfield grass, 2 down.
When he called a strike, he'd say, strike a height, like get out of here, you know. And you know, I said to him, Jerry, you're calling a great game. It's about the 7th inning. You're calling a great game tonight. And he looked at me and he smiled. It was like looking at the Grinch. He had cracks in his teeth and everything. And he just smiled at me. Next pitch was about a foot over my head. He goes, strike a hike. I never complimented him anymore or said another word to him.
Here's Ramon Castro with 2 down, who takes ball 1. 5 in a row retired by Manny Del Carmen. Outfield playing straight away. And Feliciano's been up a couple times today, back up again in the Mets pen. A couple of innings from Brian Stokes has been touched up for 5 runs since coming into the game, and gave up that 3-run home run to Kevin Youkilis last inning. 2-0 to Castro. To left center field, and that's a gapper to the track in the wall. Ellsbury back to play it. Castro heading to second base kind of gingerly, and gets in with a double. Not running terribly well, but a 2-out double.
Here's Manny just pounding that strike zone. What you've got to do when you got a lead like that, throws it right down the middle, challenges the hitter. The hitter comes ahead on that one.
Second hit for Castro. Homer back in the second inning. Now a double. The pinch hitter here for the Mets, Tatis, will pinch hit for Ramon Martinez. His first appearance of the series. .282, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in for Fernando Tatis. Strike 1, Del Carmen back to throwing strikes. Red Sox after the game will travel to Minneapolis to begin a series tomorrow afternoon against the Twins. And Dave Roberts will be joining us tomorrow from the Metrodome in Minnesota. Coverage starts at 12:30 with Monster Monday. That's Red Sox and Twins in the first of 4 from Minnesota. Brad Penny on the mound against Francisco Liriano, the left-handed pitcher, going for the Twins tomorrow. Strike 2, 1-2.
Manny throwing that changeup like he is has just made his fastball a couple mile-an-hour quicker. That much tougher to hit, especially throwing strikes with that changeup.
Off the outside edge. 95 on the fastball, 2-2. Wakefield for 6. Del Carmen to an inning and 2/3, giving up a double. Now dealing with Fernando Tatis with a count of 2-2. Chop towards Pedroia at second base. Ends the top half of the 8th inning. Red Sox lead at 12-5. Now to submit your questions to the NSN.com inbox. DC and Jim will answer your questions. You'll also see highlights from around the majors, including Cole Hamels and CC Sabathia facing off in the Bronx. Plus a preview of Brad Penny's start tomorrow. It's all coming up after the game on NESN. Fernando Tatis stays in the game at shortstop for New York. After pinch hitting for Martinez, new pitcher is Pedro Feliciano. And he is on to make an appearance in his 23rd game of the year, 2.65 ERA. Deals with J.D. Drew, who's had a great day today. 4 hits and a run batted in for J.D.
And this is what they need with them going on the road. This guy getting hot.
Strike over the outside corner. Well, Drew had been kind of scuffling lately, coming in 2 for his last 13. And 1 for 8 in the series, but he's turned that around in a hurry today. 4 for 4. So fouls it off, 1-2.
He does a lot of good things.
Tommy Lee Jones in the house again. It's becoming celebrity central here at Fenway Park. Bob Schneider also behind home plate.
He's a Red Sox fan.
Drew takes ball 2, 2-2. The schedule with the Twins coming up. A swing and a miss. Drew strikes out for the first out in the bottom of the 8th. Well, remind fans, NESN's Red Sox minor league schedule kicks off tonight when the Pawtucket Red Sox host the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Yankees. Join Eric Freed, Ken Ryan, Naoko Funiyama from McCoy Stadium and watch the Stars of Tomorrow play tonight live at 6. One down for Mike Lowell, whose homer hit a 3-run shot in the 2nd inning. It's 2 hits today. Takashi Saito starts to warm up for Boston in the pen.
This is where Mike is right now with 2 for 4, where you got to grind out that last hit.
Lifts this down the left field line. It is curving, and it's a fair ball. High off the wall, played by Sheffield. Lowell to second with a double and his 3rd hit of the day.
Looks like something off speed here. It's like a changeup. Mike stays on it. Good hitters. Good hitters get hits in tough situations like that where the game's out of hand, but you still got to concentrate. Good piece of hitting by Mike, staying on that ball. A well-deserved pinch runner and coming out of the game.
Jeff Bailey's in there for Boston now at second base to run. A solid effort all the way around today for the Red Sox. A 1-out double here in the 8th. And a solid effort today for George Kataris. A 3-hit day. To left this time. Sheffield got fooled at first, but now comes on to make the catch. The 2nd out of the 8th. Two down for Nick Green. The Red Sox have been having trouble last couple of days with runners in scoring position. Not the case today. 7 for 16 with runners in scoring position. There's one in scoring position right now, and Bailey at second. Nick Green takes strike 1. Fouls it off, and Green's down 0-2. Red Sox started the day just a half game back of the Toronto Blue Jays. And Toronto beaten today by Atlanta 10-2. So a victory here today, and the Red Sox will take over first place. It's outside. The Yankees tied right now. The Phillies in the 11th inning, as New York also beginning the day a half game back of the Blue Jays, and of course the Yankees playing great baseball. Phillies have grabbed a 4-3 lead in that game now. And slicing it foul to the screen. Jacoby Ellsbury, top of the Red Sox order on deck. On the ground is short. Tatis in his second game of the year at short with a throw that gets her in time to end the inning. We head for the ninth with the Red Sox on top 12-5. Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. New England Jeep Dealers. Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Youkilis moves from first to third base with Jeff Bailey coming in to run. The Mike Lowell takes over at first base. And the new Boston pitcher is Takashi Saito. Comes the third pitcher of the day, 16th game for him, 3.60 earned run average. After two shutout innings from Manny Del Carmen, who pitched the 7th and 8th. Luis Castillo leading it off in the 9th. And a count of 1-1. 12-5, Boston on top. The strike, and it's 1-2. 6 innings from Wakefield, giving up the 5 runs Mets have today. Wakefield in line for his 6th win of the year. Came in at 5-2. He would better his home record to 4-0. Just inside, 2-2.
Looks like a pretty good pitch right there.
Ball 3, full count. But I can't let you get out of here without asking about your stance. And how many times it changed?
Well, I would say up to 1980 I changed. I was, I would hit. If I hit good for the stance for a week I'd stay with it, and then I went bad, I'd change it, and I was known as a man with 1,000 stances. But I would say after 1980, I stayed with that one stance that I had. It was a little bit unorthodox, or a lot unorthodox, if you will. But I stayed with it, and I was consistent with it. I thought I was a good hitter in the 80s.
You were a good hitter in the 80s. With the feet.
Oh, yeah.
How did that work?
But it's where I'd landed. It's where I'd landed. Where I came to what we call the launching position is when you're ready to swing the bat. And then when I got there, it was in good position.
You saw Euclid not missing a beat at third base on the out of Castillo. Hasn't played a lot of third base this year, but for Euclid doesn't matter.
I think he enjoys it moving around.
Daniel Murphy has been aboard twice, a single and a walk.
I think no matter where Uke goes, he's going to play his rear end off. He's going to, whether it's left field. I know he played left field a few times for us in past years. And does a great job at first base. Obviously a Gold Glover.
Line foul. This one fouled off, still 1-2. Is that a favorite season you look back at over the years?
Don, all my favorite seasons were either getting into the playoffs or World Series play, and that was what it was all about, where everyone played together as a unit. And the season went by quick. As you know, traveling can be kind of tough, but the traveling, you don't even think about it, and you're winning, and getting to a World Series is what it's all about. And winning a World Series, which you never did. So these guys did it in 04.
Bailey handles the out number 2 when there's 2 down in the 9th inning. You guys were so close in 1986.
1975. I still cannot watch the highlights of 1986. I cannot. I can't go there. It just hurts so much. But the monkey is off our back from 2004 and 2007. It's just it's been tremendous.
2 down in the 9th. Angel Pagan takes strike 1. There's strike 2, and it's 0-2. Wakefield for 6, Del Carmen for 2. Saito out away from wrapping up the 9th in this final game of the series, as Fenway Park stands as 1. Close, and it's 1-2. Yankees have lost today 4-3. So with his victory, the Red Sox would catapult ahead of the Toronto Blue Jays and into first place as they get ready for this next road trip. The 1-2. Strike 3 call, and the Red Sox win. Well, Boston able to grab the final game of this